Hey you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the south. More specifically, we are in Waynesville, North Carolina. I have made it back home, came in last night. There appears to be a little bit of cell phone, a little bit of internet here on Main Street. Of course, most of the town is in a complete internet blackout, a complete cell phone blackout. So I brought my car up here to check some things on the internet, trying to get the video I filmed yesterday uploaded. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but I just, like I said, lack of communication because of people just being cut off from the internet, from cell phones. So I figured we just do a little walk around town here and see how things are after the big storm, after Hurricane Helene had come through. Just noticed here on the front of the Mountaineer, this is the local newspaper. Because I've been unable to send out messages, people aren't able to access the internet. They have put some resources on here for people that are in short supply. I don't know if we are currently still under a water boil order. They had sent that message out, boil your water before you drink it. Of course, the irony there, no one got the message because no one had cell phones. So there's water stations here, Canton Plaza, Maggie Valley Fire Departments. Those aren't even here in town. Those are in neighboring towns. It says the new paper will be out Thursday, which is tomorrow from the point we are filming this. And doing some of supplies being handed out at Woodland Baptist Church. Now at first glance, things look pretty normal here. People are going to businesses. Businesses do appear to be open, although it looks like to the cash-only signs. People are unable to run credit cards because of no internet. So better have some cash if you want to be able to purchase something. Of course, the double-edged sword there is that ATMs were not working. Fortunately, Main Street here is on relatively high ground, so that have not had to worry about flooding here on Main Street. But I did want to walk down the hill here and see how things are at lower ground. Yeah, every single business has the cash-only signs on the door. This section of town here is called Frog Level. They call it that because it is almost level with the river. So this area already known for flooding. It's one of the lowest points in town. So I do know that they had some bad flooding during the storm. So this area was largely flooded, and you can see just the mud debris left from the river. You can see some cleanup in progress. This pile right here looks like maybe taken out from some of these stores. These stores would have been completely flooded, having their items, their stock destroyed. This here was an antique store. You can see the big pile next to it. Yeah, you can just see all this stuff here covered in mud. And again, I don't know if some of this probably from inside the stores. Some of this may have been washed down. You can see the shopping cart there. Got people here in the green room. They have the whole store cleaned out, and they're actually just cleaning the layer of mud off of the ground. So these stores being aired out here. They opened up, just trying to clean out some of the mud that piled up inside. The thick layer of mud over here by the chemical factory. So you can see from here on the window kind of how high the flood levels came. Comes to about here. which is almost about waist deep water. See over on this side of the street, a lot of mud, a lot of very thick mud deposited here. See that thick deposit of mud on the curb there, and there is just a lot of stuff sitting out here on in front of the stores. Stuff that's been cleaned out of these stores, stuff that was destroyed in the flood. Yeah, it's really sad. Oh, there it almost looks like the glass was broken out of the window. There's the iconic frog level mural there. See the frog actually sitting on like a level, like a carpenter would use. Suitcases. Waynesville Candy Company here. Again, you can see that flood line there on the glass. And this is okay, this is actually just to put it into some perspective, that flood line right there, that is on the inside, that's not on the outside. So that's how much water was inside the building here. So the building filled up with water to there. You can see, yeah, the mud behind the glass there pooled up in the window box. This pile of broken glass, but you can see actually where it came from. It burst out from here, and this, what I'm guessing here is this was burst from the inside. Again, you see the flood water there on the inside. Again, this comes up to my waist here, but it's on the inside of the glass, on the inside of the window box. You can see the mud still pooled up in there. The mud from the river pooled up in the window box. And eventually the glass could not hold that water back, and it exploded out this way. Yeah, I'm guessing these big piles that this is mainly just, you know, people that have already gone to work trying to repair their businesses, repair their their lives. This stuff ruined, this furniture, this wood ruined in the flood, and just getting it torn out and placed on the street. Yeah, like drywall and whatnot being stripped. Just think of the impact this has on individual people's lives and their livelihoods. Now just look at that big pile of mud. Here is the creek, and here is the river. You can see just how much it has receded from where it was at. A lot of debris there under the bridge. I can see the fence right there was torn down next to the gas station. You can see some of the destruction that has taken place here on the baseball field, the Mountaineer Little League baseball field, so known as the Elks Field of Dreams. And it is almost unrecognizable as a baseball field. Just look at this. Wow. You see these bleachers here. Obviously, Obviously, there's not normally bleachers right in the center of the baseball field. So these would have been picked up and moved from over there. Yeah, you can see where the bleachers normally are at back here. And you can see, yeah, in the fence there where the flooding has congregated. And look at you can just see how the flood just carved away the ground. There's home plate right there in the middle. It is completely carved out around home plate there. Yeah, so you see those bleachers there, and then this fence here completely pulled back, and the bleachers that would have been right there been moved all the way out here to the very center of the field. Just absolute muddy carnage. Yeah, you see the big baseball light right there. You can see the other light has fallen. Just in this big pile of debris. Yeah, you can see from the tire treads that there has been some work to clean up some of the mess here from the baseball field. See, in this residential neighborhood, all these houses would have been flooded. You see people putting out the furniture that's ruined, the ruined carpeting, people already just working hard just to make their homes livable again, and doing this without internet, without cell phones, without any way to communicate. You can see this car here, looks like it's had its headlights smashed out, the pieces of wood during the flood. Honestly, the way this is parked, I'm wondering if this car was actually moved by the flood water. You can see how the whole street is just still covered in mud. It's passable, but remnants of the flood are very clear. Just so much damage. Gosh, my heart breaks. Very, very thick mud here in the AutoZone parking lot. I know this road was closed for quite a while, but Jen told me that she couldn't get down here. This is Russ Avenue. And you see the orange cones, they actually were already doing a large construction project over on near this bridge. But yeah, the construction site got hit by this devastating flood. And there is a freaking car washed up here onto the construction site. This would have been, oh, it's a truck. You can see the back full of mud. Look at that. Oh my. Oh. Now the river again retreated, but yeah, this probably would have been well over the bridge here. It's really actually very, very fortunate that the bridge held up. You know, it's in the middle of having construction done on it. One would assume that would weaken the bridge, but fortunately this held up. This plaza here in Waynesville sits right alongside the river. Now, it does look like some of the businesses here have been spared. The laundromat's open. The vape shop is open. The plaza appears to be mostly open, which is surprising given the proximity it has to the river. I guess, you know, it's just, you never know. It just depends on which way the river flows. There's really no predicting Mother Nature. While a lot of the businesses are open, you can see clearly there was flooding here in the plaza. The entire parking lot here is just one sheet of mud. River's still relatively high to where it normally is. See the downed tree right there. Does look like this end of the plaza did get hit much worse than down there. This is the grocery outlet. It's like a discount grocery store. They have a closed sign up. They are not open for business. Does look like the movie theater here, Smoky Mountain Cinema, hit pretty hard. They've got everything out here on the sidewalk. Although it looks like, okay, it looks like they might be moving some stuff back in. Well, that's a good sign, I guess. You can actually see that a lot of the parking lot has been cleaned off. You can see the original level of mud here. They're about that thick worth of mud just spread all across the parking lot. See kids over there playing in the mud. They actually look like they're having a good time. You know, you watch videos on YouTube of natural disasters. You know, watch news reports about natural disasters. But man, it really does hit a little differently when it is your home, when it's a place that you are familiar with, a place where you know, a plaza where you go to all the time to eat, to watch movies, and just to see it in this shape, it's really gives you a sick feeling in your stomach just to see your home violated this way. Again, I'm so fortunate that my personal property was spared, but oh man, my heart aches for all these businesses, all these people going through what they're going through. See the water, ServPro Water, and Fire Cleanup and Restoration. I think they are the ones that cleaned up my basement last time it flooded. But of course, yeah, they've got much bigger jobs to be worrying about right now than my basement. Yeah, you can see how this far end of the plaza was hit way harder. All the mud, and all these businesses are closed. These restaurants and businesses over here are all closed. The grocery store's closed, the movie theater's closed, the hardware store's closed, the dentist is closed, Fat Buddies is closed, the paint store is closed. And right here, All About Fitness, that's open. Looks like Dollar General's open. Looks like all the businesses that way are open. So it nailed about half the plaza here. And man, it is frustrating with the phones. I just got a text from Jen. She was trying to figure out where I was at. And I got, like, occasionally a text will come through. So I got that text. But then when I tried to respond, it just goes nowhere. So yeah, such a weird feeling being cut off, you know, cut off from communication, from technology. And across the bridge over here and go check the park on the other side of the river. Over here you can see a lot of debris that was carried by the river. Have these big pieces of concrete there. Looks like this actually, that's a car door, or the inside of a car door at least. Oh my gosh. Bench over here completely wrapped in debris. There's even some Christmas garland. This building here is House of Kobe. It's a restaurant actually built over the river. So in some ways I'm almost shocked that it's still standing, but it does look like it's taken some damage. You can see where, you know, the props are up. Looks like they're missing right there. That side of the building is slumping towards the river. Hopefully they can hopefully they can repair. See this bench here just completely ripped out of the ground where it's been cemented into the ground. That just picked up by the river. These giant propane tanks. And you can see there's actually a storage area here next to the river. Looks like the doors there took some damage. Probably everything in there pretty bad off. A lot of trees down in the river. Almost every day where I'm actually at home, I either go for a walk on Main Street or go for a walk at this park. Now there's normally like a gravel walkway here, but it's really been washed away. Yeah, I used to come out here every single day during the pandemic, during lockdown, when I couldn't go anywhere else. I hate seeing it like this. You can see the picnic area. Got that police tape. See all the debris there on the picnic tables. This area is roped off like a crime scene. The playground here. Well, the animals managed to stay in their place. These classic animals that you would rock on. But yeah, just a sheet of mud covering the ground. Now look over here. You can see in that field there's just random propane tanks. Like the whole field there just littered with propane tanks that have been carried down the river. Like I mentioned, during the pandemic, this walking trail was literally like my reprieve from all the madness in the world. The pathway's just gone. Now this here was the dog park. Walk by here, see the dogs playing with each other. There'd be one section for little tiny dogs and one section for larger dogs. Always yipping at each other. A lot of good times with dogs connected to this area. I remember once we did have a dog for a short period of time, and we drove him here to the dog park, and he played all day and he had a great time. Then we drove him home, and then the next morning he was missing. We were looking all over for him, and eventually someone saw his tag and called us, and he was here at the dog park. We don't even know how we figured out how to get back here. He's had so much fun at the dog park that he actually figured out where it was at and went to go back and hang out at the dog park. Oh no. Oh, so sad. Over here, the footbridge is partially collapsed. It's the railing here, that's the other side. Over there is yet another propane tank. This propane tank's littered all down the river here. I guess they do float, so they've just been picked up by the river from different houses and businesses and just strewn about town. Oh no. This deck here is where you could like walk out over the river and look out. Really some beautiful views from there, but that has been crushed. Yeah, more of the danger tape. Like it's an actual crime scene. That picnic table would have been moved from right here. You can see these are heavy, like heavy metal picnic tables. They're all scrambled around. One pushed all the way over here. Spotted another propane tank over there. Yeah, over here, there used to be a bench. Used to be a bench. This is where I would come. I'd go walk, and then I would sit in this bench and look out onto the stream and do my mindfulness exercises. Obviously, not the biggest loss this town has suffered, but that does make me sad. Somehow, this carved owl here has managed to somehow stay planted in the ground. That's kind of a miracle. You can see the frisbee golf has been picked up there, and these soccer goals have been moved over to this side of the field. I mean, the soccer field is over there. You can see the other goal right there. So these moved all the way down here. This bridge is brand new here. It's so brand new that they haven't even built anything on the other side of the bridge, so it's essentially a bridge to nowhere. You can see here all the dirt's been washed out underneath the road. They got that blocked off. They don't want anyone walking on it. But it does look like the bridge is okay. Painted these danger signs on the asphalt. Yeah, you can see that's collapsing where the river got underneath there and took the dirt out from underneath the asphalt. I just came down here to Walmart, wanted to check out what was available. So normally when you walk in, this here is full of pizzas. There is a couple of pizzas left. Spinach and artichoke pizza. I guess that's the pizza that goes last. As far as fruits and vegetables go, they do look like they're fairly well stocked with that. Of course, one thing that people do always stock up on during disasters is bread. You can see most of the bread is completely gone. All the dinner rolls, French bread, Italian bread. They do have some donuts. Also, looks like most of the meats are available. You can see a little spotty here and there, but there does seem to be a fair amount of food on the shelves. Yeah, almost sold out of frozen chicken. Yeah, a lot of the frozen meat here is gone. Seemed like there was a fair amount of fresh meat, but people are stocking up on the frozen stuff. But again, it does seem, yeah, that one thing that people always make sure they have is bread. And just look at the bread aisle here, picked almost completely clean. Does look like a lot of the canned meat is sold out. So yeah, it looks like people going for frozen and canned items. Seen plenty of fresh food, but I guess people are going for stuff that that they know will last while they sit out the disaster. Oh yeah, people going for the pickles. And I guess a lot of people do need their coffee. A lot of the coffee is sold out. I think this is like this is like the instant coffee that is sold out. So kind of like stuff, like almost doomsday prepper type stuff is gone. And no mayonnaise. They are completely sold out of mayonnaise. Closest thing you can get is Miracle Whip. And who wants that? Pasta and pasta sauce almost completely gone. Although they do have Browse. This is actually my favorite brand there. Interesting that that's going last. Yeah, rice and beans. Again, stuff that stores well. I guess people just creating a horde of food to see them through the disaster. Yeah, all the mac and cheese is going. This was the canned vegetable section. Although tons of junk food, lots of candy left over. Still get your Halloween candy. Not a lot of soup left. But this is just chicken broth. So you can get the broth if you want, but if you want something more substantive, you are out of luck. But most importantly, looks like they do have a lot of bottled water here, which is good, given the town issued a boil water warning. So plenty of bottled water. It's good that they have this out here and stocked for people. But if you want some chips, you are just about out of luck. You may have to stick to veggie straws. In this area during blizzards, people always go get bread, milk, and eggs. And not a lot of eggs left. These are the last eggs here in the store. And these are all cracked. I think these are like where people trade out the cracked eggs for fresh ones. I think these are all the cracked eggs that have been left behind. We do got some milk though. Plenty of milk left for people. And there is no toilet paper. Definitely gives me some yucky pandemic vibes. And this is telling over here in the camping section. Looks like they are sold out of coolers. I guess people probably without power buying coolers to keep their food cold. And I did want to get some fans to help dry out the basement. Although it looks like they may be sold out. Not surprising with everyone trying to clean up right now, clean up the water. All they got is these table fans, which aren't gonna do much good. I wanted like a larger box fan. So I want to thank everyone for joining me today. I just want to remind everyone that that is a very small sample of what is going on here in Western North Carolina. There's still people trapped. There's still people without power. There is still widespread just communication blackout. There are still places that are under water. So please, have them in your thoughts. I cannot reiterate enough. I am fine. Jen is fine. My kids are fine. All I got is a soggy, wet basement that I'm dealing with. Seeing out there, seeing what other people are dealing with, seeing people, ripping out their own carpets, ripping out their own drywall, just trying to make their homes livable, just trying to make their businesses able to operate. Absolutely breaks my heart, and I can't even imagine what people are going through with all that, let alone people that have just lost everything in this tragedy. And then again, I've not had a lot of communication the past 24 hours or so. So I don't know if the media is still talking about this or not, but please, don't think that just because you're not hearing about it through mainstream sources that people are not still suffering. I know, when Hurricane Katrina happened, that was a complaint that many people had there, that they were, that they got a lot of support right off the bat, but then as they were trying to rebuild, just no one was talking about them. So if I can do anything here with my platform, please keep the people of Western North Carolina, of East Tennessee, of Northern South Carolina, of Georgia, of Florida, keep the people that were in the path of that hurricane, keep them in your thoughts, and know that people are having a lot of hard times right now. As far as me, I'm planning on being here for a few days. I'm planning on going on another trip, local trip, doing a few events this upcoming weekend if weather and travel conditions permit me to do so. And have some other some trips, 2 different trips planned this month where I am leaving the area. So stay tuned for that. I think my upload schedule is going to be a little behind here. I did get I was be talking, the time frame's confusing, but I did find a spot where I could upload videos. Um, I can park in my car and it takes about an hour to upload. So I did the video that you would have seen yesterday. I drove out earlier and sat in a parking lot and uploaded that. So I'm going to keep trying to get videos out. I don't know if there's going to be a video every day or not while I'm here, but at least wanted to get this one out to show what's going on here in Waynesville. And I don't know what my plans are beyond that for the rest of the week. But thank you guys. There's been so many kind words, so much support out there. Just to let you guys know that I have seen it, and I do appreciate it. But just remember, I'm fine. Jen is fine. My children are fine. My property is fine, and a lot of people out there are not fine. But I do thank you for watching this video. Until next time, this one's in the bag.